approval of the appointment of an Excelencia school principal. Dr. Boyle?
Okay. The search for a principal for Excelencia School has been completed. An intensive process was conducted, and based upon background experience, expertise, and demonstrated leadership, Michelle Berg is being recommended as principal of Excelencia School. Michelle is sorry that she cannot be here this evening, as she is with her cohort, or her ASU doctoral cohort, in Costa Rica for summer work. And so we all know Michelle, and we all feel sorry that somebody had to do that terrible thing. So again, Michelle Berg is being recommended.
Well, before that, is there any comments or questions? I just want to say that this is something that I strongly approve. I know that you have an extensive process, but my experience with Mrs. Berg has been excellent. I think initially she's the one who first introduced me to the Creighton School District, and she has left a lasting impression, so I'm excited about this. Okay, motion?
I move the governing board approve Mrs. Michelle Berg for the position of principal of Excelencia School effective July 1st, 2012.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Yay. All right, now 9B, the approval of appointment of the Larry C. Kennedy School Principal. Dr. Boyle.
The search for a principal for Larry C. Kennedy School has been completed. Again, an intensive process was conducted, and based upon background experience, expertise, and demonstrated leadership, the following candidate is being recommended as principal for Larry C. Kennedy School, and that person is Mr. Andy Gutierrez, who has been in the district for 7 years and has served as assistant principal at Larry C. Kennedy School and been involved in many leadership role throughout the years. So we feel he's a very competent candidate, and we recommend him this evening. And fortunately, when the time comes, Mr. Gutierrez is here, and
Well, we would love to put Mr. Gutierrez on the spot and introduce himself at the microphone to the governing board. It's one of the privileges that you would be bestowed upon as a principal.
Good evening, members of the governing board and cabinet. Thank you for considering my recommendation for Principal Larry C. Kennedy. Like Dr. Boyle had mentioned, I've been at Larry C. Kennedy for 7 years now, and moved down to the valley. I was kind of scared to move down to the valley, but I fell in love with it, and my family has fallen in love with it as well, even though they'd like to go back to Flagstaff. But there's so many opportunities for us here, and the Creighton School District has just been wonderful to work for. The leadership and professional development that they pride us in, and working with these kids and see these kids grow. I've been working to keep suspension numbers the lowest in the district the past 7 years, and look forward to kind of moving on with my expertise and becoming the instructional leader more so than the behavioral leader at Larry C. Kennedy. And again, I thank you for considering my recommendation. And I also want to thank my family, my mom and my dad, my wife Melinda, and my 2 little kids. So thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Gutierrez? Just we'll say that you have big shoes to fill, and we're looking forward to, I know, because the board hasn't voted yet, I'm just saying looking forward to supporting you in your new role.
I move the governing board approve Mr. Andy Gutierrez for the position of principal of Larry C. Kennedy School effective July 1st, 2012.
second.
It's been moved and seconded twice. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations. Okay, at this time I'd like to backtrack to our consent agenda items.